Hello, America. Let's talk about your hard-earned tax dollars. We've been sending billions to Ukraine. Billions! That's enough cash to fill a swimming pool. And not one of those inflatable kiddie pools. We're talking Olympic-sized, folks. Now, helping an ally is all well and good, but shouldn't we fix our own leaky roof first? Our roads have more potholes than a cheese grater. Our schools need an upgrade badly. And don't even get me started on healthcare. So why are we throwing money at a conflict thousands of miles away? It's a question worth asking. We're told it's about fighting for democracy, fighting for freedom, noble goals for sure. But are we really making a difference? Or are we just throwing fuel on a fire that's been burning for decades? Meanwhile, back home, people are struggling to put food on the table. They're struggling to afford rent. They're struggling to make ends meet. It's enough to make you wonder who we're really fighting for. Section 2. The Myritvorets Database, Friend or Foe? Now let's talk about this Myritvorets thing. It's a Ukrainian website, a database they call it. But this is no ordinary database. This one lists enemies of Ukraine, journalists, activists, even politicians. Their crime? Disagreement. Criticize Ukraine and you might just find your name on this list. Now imagine if America had something like this. A website that branded people as enemies of the state. It would be a scandal. People would be outraged, and rightfully so. But when it's Ukraine, we're supposed to look the other way. We're told it's just a tool for accountability, a way to track those who threaten Ukrainian security. But how do you define threat? Does disagreeing with the government count? Because if so, we're sailing into dangerous waters. Waters where freedom of speech goes to die. Section 3. Tragedy in Texas, the curious case of Jamie White. Then there's the case of Jamie White, an American journalist, found dead in Texas, shot dead. Now, tragedies like this happen, sadly. But here's what's strange. White's name was on that Myritvorets list. He'd been critical of Ukraine, critical of US aid to Ukraine, and now he's gone. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's enough to raise some eyebrows, to make you wonder if there's more to the story. Now, some folks, like our old pal Alex Jones, are shouting conspiracy. They see a Ukrainian hit job, a silencing of dissent. Now, Alex Jones is about as subtle as a brick to the face, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. Is it so crazy to think that someone somewhere might want to silence critics, especially when billions of dollars are at stake? Section 4. Accountability and transparency, the need of the hour. Look, I'm not saying Ukraine is behind this, I'm not saying there's a grand conspiracy, but I am saying we need answers. We need transparency. We need to know where our money is going, and we need to know who's benefiting from it, because when we send billions of dollars to a foreign country, we have a right to ask questions. We have a right to demand accountability, and we have a right to know that our money is being used wisely. So let's shine a light on this, America. Let's demand answers. Let's demand accountability. And let's make sure that our foreign policy is serving our interests. Because at the end of the day, it's your money. And you deserve to know where it's going. That's our show, folks.